very lucky in my family. My parents were Congregationalists, and the Congregationalists believed that everyone had a hotline to the Almighty. You didn't need a bishop to help you the way. And the Congregationalists were a tremendous threat to the whole episcopacy and the whole system of a nationalised church. And you see, religion has played two roles. In one way, we're all members of the human race, and therefore we owe it to each other to behave well. But the other was the idea that you took orders from above. And I think that out of religion came social action. In this way, people went to the bishop and said, "Bishop, it's a very unfair world." And the bishop would say, "I know, my son, my child, but if only the rich are kind and the poor are patient, we shall all be rewarded in heaven." And somebody then said, "Bishop, that's wonderful news. Could we possibly have it while we're still alive?" And out of that came social movements. So you see, it's so interesting how the intermixture of ideas. I think of Marx as the last of the Old Testament prophets, this wise old Jew who sat in the British Library and wrote a book about capitalism. And anyone could have done that, but he said the exploitation was wrong. And so in that sense, you see, Marx was a teacher like Moses and Jesus and Muhammad. And if you look at it that way, you get a different perspective. But I think young people who are by nature idealist, sometimes dismissed as being idealistic, but actually that idealism is encouraged and responds to the teachings of right and wrong. I think a sense of injustice, certainly as a child, if anything was unjust, I reacted very, very strongly against it. And that's how you don't have to have a PhD in philosophy to understand whether it's right or whether it's wrong.